This is really important. Have y'all ever had those, I think they're called nut thins? They're rice cakes. Some come with almonds, but some come with pecans. Have you ever had those? Because I just had half a box. Delicious. Mwah. Might go finish the rest of the box when I'm done here. Today is the day. This is where we talk about things that we loved, things that did not work out the way I wanted them to. The first thing I want to talk about, this is all my fault. I did this to myself. I purchased that $50 blue Prada lip balm. You can see that it turns a little pink. I think saying a little pink was really hyping it up too much. I do not have it on right now. I have on my lip balm. I guess I could wipe this off and put it on. We're curious. It's $50. I did it to myself. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just here in case you're curious to show you. Okay, let me wipe this off. That's my Ula one that I wear all the time. Okay, put on your makeup seatbelts to not be flabbergasted. All right, are we ready? And I got it off the Sephora website, in case you're wondering where I got it. Okay. Keep in mind, it's not about it not, doing something. It turns a little pink. It's more about the financials. The financials on this. It tastes like a mouthful of flowers, which I don't mind that. I actually like that part, but a lot of us don't. But I'm just gonna let it sit here. This is all it does. It's all it does. It's all it's got. And the liner that I have on, I actually tried today. I've already had it on a very long time, at least 5 hours, and I'm really, really liking it. This one is the KVD. I believe it's reformulated. I want to say it is. It's their tattoo liner, but I believe it's definitely waterproof. It says it's a waterproof, and it's so humid today. It's bad out there. I don't even want to go back out there. Probably won't. But I'm really liking this so far. And they do have the black one, but I really love the Sephora in black. But I usually wear a brown liner just day to day to do this little wing on the outer corner. So I really like this so far. Oh, by the way, I wore this till late last night. So I wore it over 8 hours and it wore perfectly. It did nothing wrong. Absolutely no complaints. It's a hair more, I don't want to say warm, let's just say neutral than the Armani, but on the cheeks you would have to just get out your magnifying glass and really study it because you couldn't tell the difference. But I will say it wore perfectly. So if you don't want to spend the $40, I'm sure it's more with tax on the Armani, this one's $10 at Target. I did see it at Target for that. So I know that the word dupe, I don't know. I feel like it's just because sometimes formulas are just different, but I do feel that they weren't too different in this, and I am going to call this a dupe. I am. And if you're in Texas and you're at HEB, which most of us are, if we're in Texas, we just find ourselves there. I saw them there. I saw this particular color. That's what I did. Ooh, my final thoughts on the Say bronzer were, I feel like there are things in this realm that I like more. I also feel I didn't love the applicator. Okay, remember it's kind of really intense on how it comes out, and then it was even kind of coming out and gooping out. So for this, I didn't love the applicator, and also the color. I wouldn't grab this. Instead, I would just grab the YSL bronzer by itself. So it's not that this isn't a good product. It feels like an added step when I would just use the powder one. If I want something like this, I want something more pigmented. I would recommend my bronzing drops here. These are the ones that I prefer. And even though this is a darker shade, this kind of blended away while this one doesn't blend away. Here, let me put on the Cover FX one for you. You must see 40. But you can see that this one does not blend away. So if you're wanting something like that, and I know that we might think, oh, we want a very natural moment, but I have no makeup on right now, and I put a lot of that on. So I just feel that if you're after a bronzing drop or something, a liquid bronzer, for me, I would prefer the Cover FX. There's also a darker shade in it. But this just, there was just reasons. But thank good, you know what? This used to have issues though before they did change the dropper. But thank goodness we're good to go. All good to go on that. Oh, and this was another blush discovery. This is Luminoso in a stick form, and it's just fantastic. If you've ever wanted to try Luminoso in a different form, I can't recommend this one enough. It is delightful. It's good. It's fantastic. It's a 10 out of a 10. Do recommend. It is so pretty, and it leaves obviously the peach with that gold. Delightful. Delightful. I don't have foundation on, so I'm just going to put on a bunch right here on my cheek. Let me be. I'm really just doing it extreme so you can really see. Oh, it's so good. Blush blindness, leave me alone. Oh, let me give you an update on this. Unfortunately, it's not that it did anything wrong. It just didn't really do anything. So I feel like this might not be worth the investment. I'm gonna try it a couple more times. But for now, I do want you to definitely hold off. Let's not run and grab this. I'm still thinking that it's a fun idea, but it didn't do anything more than my Elemis eye cream with the Peter Thomas Roth eye patch on top. So for now, I'm gonna continue to try it, but I did wear it long enough yesterday and I even, I don't wanna say worked out. That's not what happened. Light walked in it. Although when you do a light walk where I live, you're dripping sweat. But it really wasn't about a wear test. I guess it is, but it still didn't mess with the concealer, but it also just didn't make it any better. I'm still waiting. Still waiting for this to do something, but dang, that packaging is pretty. It's nice. Heavy. Not doing a dadgum thing. Now, I've had enough time to try out this bronzer, and this is a lovely bronzer. It is gorgeous, but we don't need both. And if I had to choose out of all of my bronzers right now, I'm gonna choose this one. I just feel that if we need a new bronzer and we're feeling just a little spicy and we want to get a spicy priced one, this really is an advanced formula. It's something that isn't really seen in the market right now. It is a veil that somehow has a ton of pigment. So sometimes when products have a lot of pigment, they can, even if they have shimmer in them, no matter the texture, they can just fall a little flat because that pigment is kind of blocking out your undertone. But what happens here is this kind of just meshes with your undertone, gives you that pigment, that shape. It is truly an exceptional formula, and I haven't seen anything like this, so I'm still choosing this one over all my bronzers at the moment. And that's only if you want to invest in a spicy price one. Don't feel any pressure. But I will say for now, because remember, L'Oreal also owns YSL Beauty, so maybe they'll do a similar formula, because sometimes they'll just do, but there are sometimes ingredients in the more high-end products that aren't in the drugstore products. It's a thing, but you can kind of see similarities. So just always keep that in mind. I want to show you this lip color. Let me get this blue disgrace off my face. I'm bitter. I should have known better. But I was curious. You know what they say about curiosity and the cat. We're not going to say that. Okay, but this is from Kokie Cosmetics. Super affordable, and I put this shade on yesterday. Watch, okay? That's my lip color, but better. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. And they have a super lightweight feel, completely lightweight. They dry down, they do transfer a little bit, but I feel like it's a little bit more of a sturdy bullet type lipstick. It's not a matte lipstick. It's gonna have a little bit of a powdery look, but it's not gonna dry completely matte. But they are very, very long lasting, but they're not, like I said, they're not a transfer proof locked in lipstick. Just think of more of a liquid. It says it's a liquid matte powder, and that describes it. Why don't I just read the labels? These colors caught my eye too. This is Rosewood, because I know not everybody wants a shade like that. Look how pretty and dusty that is. So pretty. And then this is Whimsy. Next to it, a little bit more of a brown. Oh, that's so pretty. The colors are really nice. And then there's Duchess. And that is Duchess. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. They're so pretty, and I really like the formula. I've worn this bright shade, and it wore beautifully, and I really, really liked it. And this bright shade is star status. Oh, but I will say, that's not crazy transfer. It's not just absolutely everywhere. So once they dry down, it's it's an interesting formula. And for as affordable as they are, it's worth checking out. If you're wondering why I was even interested, I thought this lip was so pretty, and I'm like, maybe it does something interesting. She even does a swatch in her TikTok, okay? And in the swatch, that it doesn't bamboozled. Bamboozlery downright happened to me. This is why I would never show y'all something and it not be what it is, because y'all will come get me. You'll come get me and Sheila. But I'm actually a little disappointed because it looked so different. And she had a lip liner on. I can see the lip liner. But there's a color beyond that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a really cool color, very cool tone. Why did I think cool tone? Because of blue. Blue is usually a cool tone vibe. Now I just have a $50 chapstick. Okay, so I have an idea. I wanted to do a makeup video of a bunch of old makeup. It's not old, I bought it new. Fortunately, most of the formulas are still around. But let me get my little caboodle and I want to show you, but then also I'm a little petty about the blue lip balm. I just want to see something. Hang on, I'll be right back. If y'all want to help me think of more formulas from this era, think about this era. I want to do a makeup tutorial using like this Frost CoverGirl shadow, this blue CoverGirl shadow. Do y'all remember this? This Full and Soft. I was trying to research, obviously, this. Oh my goodness. But I want to do it with all my new techniques and even my brushes. And I think that would be really fun. This Wet n Wild. I was, like I said, I was researching and it was saying a lot of these were vintage. And of course, the mousse. But why I brought this over here, how nostalgic does this even look? Ugh. I would have loved this much makeup back then. This would have been wild. But let me wipe this off, and I want to see one of the lip smackers on one side and this on the other. Okay, let me be bitter. Lip smackers, strawberry. We're already getting more. And then my product. I don't even know what to do with this. Here, I don't want to mix. Hang on. All the yapping. Too much yapping. We have fun. Okay, this is fun. I'm wearing this for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna go ahead and rub my lips together now. Much better. And how much are these? Well, I remember how much they used to be, but who knows nowadays? Oh, and I've also really been into the Ultra Peach Powder because I'm liking just a really even tone right now to really kind of play up this little bit of tan that I have going on. This would brighten deeper skin tones, but on me, it's not going to brighten because my base is already so close to this. So it's just kind of gonna blend in. By base, I even mean my skin tone. I'm gonna hold it up. So this isn't a brightening shade because there's not as much white. And white is what brightens in most pinks. I will say the Ultra Pink from this brand, from One Size, is more medium tan, deeper skin friendly. But this one is too. This one's a great brightener. I'm gonna actually go get a screenshot to kind of give you a visual. But for me, I've just been loving using this because it's just playing up this summer glow. Okay, you can see the Givenchy, and it's still different in its little chambers. You can see that one's a little bit darker pink, but you can see how white that is. And that's why I think Givenchy is a great example as well, because they have different shades for different skin tones, which actually I'm going to go grab a picture from them because they have great pictures kind of helping you understand that. So you can see down here that obviously it's the 4 separate shades, but when you shake it together, it's going to have more of a peach hue to it. Even the 2 shades, that top left, bottom left, and even the depth from that one here. I'm back, just absolutely backwards here. But the 2 on the top, and of course you see that yellow, but that's all going to mix together and it's going to have a very peach hue. And you can see that this is a deeper skin tone. There's even a deeper one in the Givenchy after this one as well. But I just kind of want to show you that you get a brightening effect with a deeper skin tone and a shade of peach like this. And I really love this formula. I'm showing the Givenchy because they had a great example. But this is just again, and I'm only saying this because it's really important that we kind of know the base that our powders have. That way we're not getting a cast and we understand what's going to brighten for our skin tone and our undertone and all that fun stuff. And I might be a broken record, but I try to repeat myself all the time because this stuff can get confusing, but the more you hear it, the more you see. And sometimes it'll just click with a certain image or a certain thing that I say. So that's why I'm always repeating myself. I'm gonna have a little lifesaver. I found it in my makeup bag. I think we got these somewhere at the airport. I can't remember. These are one of the most nostalgic things ever for me. I don't know why. That is a nostalgic flavor. Just like the classic wintergreen lifesaver. And one more thing. I'm really still loving this powder. I bought the YSL one, but I like the YSL one, but I still feel that I like how not stark white this one is. I'm going to show you. I really did like it. But you can see that this one is really stark white. And it is translucent, but sometimes when they get that white, there can sometimes be a cast, and I just feel like this one is going to be the most universal. And to me, they did perform the same. All right, I think that that's everything. I try not to overwhelm y'all. There's going to be less this week because I was gone last week, so I didn't try quite as much. But you know, I just hate overwhelming y'all. And I know that we're here to have fun and try new stuff, but sometimes I just feel like it gets so much, and then y'all are like, well, now I have a $1,000 shopping cart, and that's not what this is about. It's about kind of just comparing, checking out things, what's going on. Well, at least we know we're not going to buy a $50 lip balm. But I don't, it's really not, it's not about that. I don't want y'all to ever feel pressure here. We're here to have fun. We're here to figure out how to use what we have and use it to its best. Or we're here to find new things that we want to add to our collection when we run out of those things that we already had. All right, my friends, I love y'all so much. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but we're going to do something. Oh, I was checking my schedule. I don't leave for New York till Tuesday, so we'll do a Monday and a Tuesday. Wednesday, I know I'm not going to be able to do a tutorial because I will be in the panel, and then I have some meetings. So, also, I just remembered Ben and I's anniversary is this coming Sunday. I don't even know how many years. 17. So I think, I mean, I don't want to plan on it, but he usually surprises me. So I think he might surprise me while we're in New York and go do something, but I will keep y'all updated. But I know that because we are leaving on Tuesday, I know that we're not going to go anywhere Sunday. So I always have to keep y'all updated because y'all are the sweetest people in the world. And if I'm not here, then y'all are worried about me. And then I get a million messages checking on me, which does warm my heart, but I always want to keep y'all informed. Y'all are the best. All right, I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm not going to post tonight, but I do have a couple fun ideas I want to go film for y'all really quickly. Helpful videos. And I love you with all of my heart.